a little lower than that last one. We'll be alright though, yeah. Yep. Oh, am I supposed to talk?
Oh no, I'll interview it. No, that's perfect. That's a perfect intro, actually.
Am I supposed to talk here?
No, I'll tell you the questions. So obviously, first question, how do you think it went?
We had a long haul.
Yeah, well, that's the fun of it.
Why don't we flip it up and take it over it?
We could try.
Jeez. Let's get through here. Let's stop for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting all sweaty.
Damn.
I was just super impressed and proud of everyone there. From the students who were on the crew, they had us set up ready to go right away. You know, shout out to Christina Robbins for, you know, giving us that space. Both Isabel and Seth were, you know, really facile with their questions. They were able to move, take leads from Dr. Simpson and incorporate it into their pre-planned interviews. I was just really impressed. How you doing?
Good, every shot.
All right. All right.
Yep.
Wow, hand up?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That might get that thing around a lot easier.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
No problem. Then when you're done, just set up against you.
Great.
A lot better.
A lot better.
I think it went better than it could have ever gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dr. Colleen Simpson is a super, like, she's a great guest to have on the podcast, and she's genuine in her answers and in her intention as the president here at FRCC. I think her experience also sets her apart. And I hope that it continues that way for FRCC.
Let me see if I can open the doors down there. Great. They already had a table in there, but not a circle one.
Oh. Oh.
I think this would actually be better.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we can try it out and see. Sorry, Alex.
Are you good?
Slide.
This thing is hard to keep stable.
Yeah. Nope, I don't have access. Thank you.
Because we all have work to do too. We could even I could do some over the break maybe.
That'd be awesome.
That's fine. And that's the thing we were told you, so.
You know, I kind of knew, part of me knew it was going to go well, but I was still worried that it wasn't, right? You know, duh. But I think ultimately it did go really well. There were parts of the script, I don't know if we're going to release the full script or not, but, you know, there were entire sections because, you know, when we were planning it, we had planned for 50 minutes because we were supposed to have Dr. Simpson from 10 a.m. to 11. And she came in, she said she had a hard stop at 10:45. And so, you know, we were kind of going through and we skipped entire sections that we had wanted to go through. And so there were a few things that I wanted to touch on, I really wanted to ask, you know, because Alex, you were there at the Jared Polis thing.
Yep.
Where the only complaint anybody had about the Career Advance program, but it was the same complaint that almost everybody had, was there weren't enough slots available. For the courses. They were all full. There was that one guy who said he got waitlisted 3 years in a row. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a long time to get waitlisted for a course.
Yeah.
And I think you can actually see me kind of pause there when I start reading. I think it was the second to last question. I'm like pausing and I'm thinking like, do I want to ask about the what she's doing to increase the number of slots available? And then I'm like, no. First of all, I've already started reading this question, and second of all, we had like 6 or 7 minutes left, and so I thought we're not going to fit both these in, and I want to get in the one about enrollment. So that was the big thing that I was disappointed about. But other than that, I mean, overall, when I say disappointed, I mean like if I was giving it a grade, it'd be like a 99, and that's the 1% that I'm knocking off.
Yeah.
Maybe back a little further.
Back a little further, okay.
You should probably check on.
Is there like a tablecloth anywhere in this building?
I'll go see if I can find it.
Last time we had a hard time because it didn't lay right on the table.
Oh, but this is a table.
Are you being interviewed or interviewing?
Nope. I'm just behind the scenes today.
All right.
Okay, so normally you're the co-host of this podcast, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Why didn't
Can't you see the posters around the school?
Yeah, of course. The big upfront posters. How do I focus?
You just.
So you zoom in on the object.
Okay, so yeah, normally you're the co-host.
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to be the co-host on this one?
Well, I mean, we talked it up in a lot of meetings. This was obviously going to be the biggest project that the podcast has ever seen. So I think in the end, it was that I just saw how much, Seth was really into this. I mean, he wanted this to be, this podcast that turns out to be, don't mind me just by calling. Right. So I can confirm that the time is currently 9:24, and Seth has said that he was going to be here. Expect me at 9:15. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it's currently 9:24. Seth, the clock is ticking. But yeah, Seth wanted this to be, this was going to be the biggest podcast, and he wanted this to be perfect. And I kind of saw that in his eyes that, he was so destined for this to be perfect. And I thought that it would be better for him to be the co-host of this podcast, knowing how him and Isabel obviously wanted this to be, like I said, one of our greatest podcasts that we've ever recorded in, the future of Upfront. So I saw how much he wanted this to be alive and ready and so perfect, and that's why I decided to give that to Seth to be the co-host.
Is this for student life?
This is from student. This is where student recording is.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you know whoever's using the laptop, did they bring that cover again?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, is this even going to be
Is that
readable?
Well, yeah, honestly, I don't know if we'll be able to. The idea is just to have it not be a blank
This
cover.
part, oh.
We don't necessarily have
can
to
just
see
crop out.
properly.
Well, why don't we
What
just
I'd like to do another with, because we have blue.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of blue.
I mean, the blue
Range goes like.
the blue would go with the background.
Needs to be any sort of like distraction. So if it's plain, then this is good. That's bigger.
I like the blue.
Okay.
Now that I see the blue, I like it.
Thank you for grabbing that.
Of course.
People are bringing microphones, right?
But.
As far as I know, yes.
Well, how many are accounted for?
There's 3 people. We got 3. So what they were thinking is like,
We have 2 lots.
Do you want to check?
Yeah, you need like a director's chair.
we do have, they thought like Dr. Simpson should wear the lapel one. Okay.
I mean, whatever works.
Yeah.
We can set up 2 lapel mics. That's what we've got.
Okay.
2 other people are mic'd up, and we have 1 extra.
Okay. Perfect. Do you need anything from upstairs up there?
No, I was probably just gonna go up there and grab my backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just in the office. Yeah. Okay, do we have a card for the reporter? And how do you think Dr. Simpson did?
She is really polished. I think she did a really great job responding. You could tell she likes being around students and really supporting student work. So I think she had really good answers for a lot of them, and the interplay between the three felt very natural in many ways.
And you think everything was pretty professional, how it went?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, especially for to have those resources as a community college, to be able to give students the opportunity to be professional, to actually do something that has some stakes to it, essentially, is just, it's a wonderful thing that we have. And so I think, and what I would say is that when you give students those opportunities, they step up to them. So
Look at who has finally shown up. Expect me at what time?
I said 9:15.
this is about
And it's 9:31.
Yeah.
Isabel's not here, so you're the
Wait,
first.
what? Oh man.
Hey, how does it feel to be the first, though?
Well, pretty bad because I thought she was here.
Well, at least
Now I'm
that.
thinking, where is she?
How are you feeling right now, though? You're about to interview Dr. Simpson. How are you feeling?
It's just a pretty normal day for me. I've done it. This is the third time for me, so pretty used to it by now.
Well, we're about to get your first reaction to what the set looks like. I'm telling you right now, this is looking like an episode for Dr. Simpson.
Did we get any fake plants? Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh.
To all of the students, obviously down there that were helping out in the studio, how do you think they did? Do you think the production and everything was on point today?
I think they did really great.
Where's the white ball on here? Where's your cue ball? Oh, good hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. No, they did really well. We had for listeners here, we're probably going to release the episode we did with Abby this Monday, and then we're going to release this episode that we just did on the 4th.
Yep.
And so we actually recorded the Abby episode weeks ago, mid-October, and so. In that episode, it was the first one we had done with MGD, and honestly, it also looked really good. But I thought it was just going to look exactly like that episode had. But I come in, and first of all, I had a lot more equipment there. I think they first of all they had more time to set up, right? Which is, give them credit for that. They had a whole hour to set up, where before they had, maybe 15, 30 minutes, and so that's probably a big part of it. And then another part of it is that they probably knew it was a bigger deal, right? That Dr. Simpson was coming, and so they had it set up in you had I walk in and there's this big TV, right, which wasn't there before, that was showing the shot, the main shot with all three of us.
I mean, that was probably the coolest thing I'd seen.
Yeah, that was cool, and I'm like, whoa, immediately impressed.
Yeah.
You were talking it up a little bit, and I walk in and I'm like, oh my gosh, because there was that screen, and they had the blue lights behind, and
No, yeah, I think it was when I was walking the hallway and I was kind of interviewing you in the hallway.
Yeah.
I said that the studio looks amazing, and I was talking it up, and it was true.
yeah, it did look amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, really, are you sure? Or are you just saying that, right? But no, it did look amazing.
Well, yeah, no one's texting
Yeah,
in the
she
chat.
texted me. She asked, "Are you there?" And I was like, I already sent a message in the chat.
9:34, and that is the time Seth has entered this studio, ready for this Dr. Simpson episode.
I'm just gonna kind of put this stuff.
I mean, obviously, you were already here before, and
I don't count as the first to arrive.
yeah, you don't count as the first to arrive.
Yeah, when did you get here?
Oh, I got here at 9:05, I think.
Okay.
I was in the office, and then that's where.
I had to go grab them so we could get the table.
Yeah.
It looked good though.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I had actually told Jessica Peterson who was coordinating all of this, that it was just going to be a blank white void, right? Because she's like, is this a video podcast or just an audio podcast? And I think Dr. Simpson had said something about that. She walked in, she's like, yeah, I didn't know it was going to be a video podcast, so I had to put this on in my office. I don't know if we got that. That would be good.
You gonna wear the shades on the podcast?
No.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to see the FP logo.
Oh, well, the people behind the scenes just got to see it.
Yeah.
So how cool is that? He's wearing the FP shirt. Limited as well.
Yeah, limited edition. This is the one that we messed up when we were printing it.
Oh, so it's a misprint as well.
Yeah.
Even more limited.
That's the reason I took it.
I can see why.
Otherwise, it'd be like appropriation of funds or something. Embezzlement. The comments will be, oh my gosh, the unbutton was so better. You should have done the unbutton. What's wrong with him?
I know unbutton and buttoning it back up, it takes like ages to do so.
Yeah. Do like a time lapse on that. Okay, so.
I mean, fit check. Definitely go with the button up.
You think? Okay.
Yeah. But just letting everyone know, he does have that limited edition FP shirt in there, and he's ready to take the unbutton off and become Superman if needed.
Yeah, Superman 30 minutes late.
Right, so with Seth in the background, we are still waiting for Isabel. She is supposedly here, so any moment now you will get to see. Yeah. Any moment now, you will see the podcast host here, the star of the show, ready to interview Dr. Simpson. Oh my! Like I said, people.
Star of the show. The second brightest star.
If you are watching this right now, click out of this video and watch the podcast first, and then come back and watch the behind the scenes. Trust me, you do not want to miss this podcast, ladies and
Actually, you
gentlemen.
don't know that yet. I mean, it might suck.
Just for future reference, we're going to say it was amazing, and it turned out to be the best podcast episode we've ever done.
I think it's going to be really good, but yeah.
Of course, Isabel's the host as always. What were your thoughts? I mean, how do you think she did today? Do you think she did a good job?
You know, I think she did really good. She was pretty nervous about it when we were planning it, when we did the practice run, and I think that didn't really come through at all, to be honest. Like, I think maybe a little bit at the start. You know, I think we're probably not going to include it in the episode, but there was.
That was a quick save, huh?
Yeah. You stuttered a little bit at first.
I messed up, and then
you restarted just like that, and you know, after like a minute, I think you could tell that, you know, she got a lot more comfortable. You know, and frankly, you know, when I first started talking, you know, I got nervous. Obviously, you know, you're not going to believe this. But I was joking a little bit about not being nervous at all, right? Like, because it is nerve-wracking, you know, when you're even when you know that you're well prepared, even when you know that it's going to go well. It's just nerve-wracking to be in that studio, to have like cameras pointed at you, to have Dr. Simpson there.
Look at who is here, the podcast host.
I couldn't wear that button-up shirt because it was stained.
That's fine. You guys would have been matching anyways. Kind of been weird if we're matching.
Dude, and actually my shirt looked just like that one. I feel sick. I feel like I'm coming down with like a cold.
Well, give us your thoughts right now. How are you feeling?
A little excited.
Yes. You ready to interview Dr. Simpson?
We're gonna bring the pressure.
Yeah. Biggest podcast we've done yet for Upfront.
2023.
Yeah.
Shout out to Halls. Tired. I feel like I'm going down.
It happens you know, like at the end of every semester, I always get
And isn't it crazy? There's a flu.
But the show must go on.
Right.
So we need to set up our audio.
Yeah.
Are the
So, do we
microphones
want
here?
Dr. Simpson to sit on
On the
one side or in the middle?
No, on one side.
Okay.
Oh, did you guys hear that?
What's going on?
Dr. Simpson's going to be on one side or the other.
Not in the middle.
Not in the middle.
Hey, our microphones are here?
for her to be in the
Yeah.
room,
Or do we
is
have
that
to
just
bring-
completely out of the question for you guys?
I mean,
Is it better for you in terms of lighting?
Yeah, but also the camera shots as well.
okay.
'Cause,
I mean, we could do that.
Yeah, middle. I mean, she doesn't have to be on one side completely, but. Yeah, so, I mean, in terms of Dr. Simpson, how do you think she did overall in the podcast?
She was prepared. I mean, she had prepared. I don't know. I mean, she knew exactly what we were gonna ask her and what our intentions behind her questions were. We didn't want just artificial answers or surface level answers. We wanted to know who the real Dr. Simpson is behind the title. What's the name behind the title? And I feel like we got a little closer to that today.
And then are you guys gonna have the cover again on the back?
No,
Nah, not this time.
Okay, the laptops are gonna go on the floor, right?
On the floor?
Yeah, that's what we said, wasn't it?
Yeah, we can do that. We just want to be careful not to step on them.
Actually, yeah. What? Can you print out?
What happened to the bigger table that we had last time? Just anything else?
I don't know, this is the table, this is the one that we could get from the library, so. Plus, it's nice and enclosed, so it's like an up-face, one-on-one type situation. Seth, you do look a little nervous. It's okay to be nervous, though. It's okay to be
No
nervous.
shot. Okay. Managing editor of the front page. The front page. The one and only.
The one and only.
No, it's broken.
Test recording now.
Hi guys. Blah, 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 and I'm still on.
Where's the pop filter mic for this one? Do you have it?
Probably over on the floor over there.
Also, is it going on our...
I still have it like on the
I don't think there's anybody who can.
I mean, I'm probably not even going to edit this behind the scenes. Not much. I'll edit a little bit, but most of the stuff, I'm just gonna, like this 4-minute clip, I'm just gonna let it ride. People can watch this as behind the scenes.
So that's all set up. I'm gonna let them charge and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my laptop's fully charged. Shout out to Apple.
So real question, Isabel. Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
Yes, actually I am.
You're ready to have this long week break?
Yes, I've been ready for it for like 2 weeks.
I think everyone's been ready for it, but before we get to the break, we still have this to do. Are you excited?
Yes,
How excited are you from a scale of 1 to 10?
like a 9.
Good to hear.
Not
And
as excited as she could be.
okay, and you, how excited are you from 1 to 10?
That's a pretty normal day for me.
Yeah, pretty normal day for the
It's
boss.
more of an 8 for
It's an
me.
average day.
Ooh, average day.
Yeah, for mega important me. Are you happy with the way that it turned out?
I think in terms of how it turned out, I think I was really happy on how it turned. I think everything itself turned out to be, I wouldn't say perfect, but it was close enough to perfect. Obviously Isabel coughed a few times. I was very disappointed on that. No, I'm just joking. I wasn't disappointed.
what?
She coughed a few times. I was a little disappointed.
Dude, I was choking so bad, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait it out, and hopefully I don't die. But then my eyes started watering, and I think I was crying.
Oh no.
Well,
And I actually wanted to like get the best bang for my buck, and actually like pretend like I was crying,
yeah.
because she was talking about something emotional.
Yeah. Well, in terms of how it all went, I think it went very well. I like how the behind the scenes went. I like how both the co-host and the podcast host, Isabel, they all did, Seth, everyone, they all did a very good job. The students down there in the studio, I think they did a fantastic job. Like I said, walking in there and seeing the TV on,
the blue light on. It really just felt like you were here, alive at FRCC, ready to interview the one and only Dr. Simpson. So I think it turned out amazing.
Bro, I feel kind of outdressed.
Outdressed? I think you look better. I'm sorry. Seth, I respect the drip over here. Although the long hair from Seth really does give it that extra.
Dude, what was that? Seth is serving looks for days. Alright, so I'm gonna check my microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, and then we can grab some.
That means it's working, right?
Yeah, if you want to just play that back.
Is there any possibility I could have you move your laptop like inches to the left? Just because Dr. Simpson's kind of short, right?
Well, this is gonna go under the table.
Oh.
So it's gonna be up.
Yeah, so that's just going to have to be how it
But I
looks.
feel like it should be on this side. You think it should be in her face? Like, do you feel comfortable?
Oh, you don't want it to be in her face.
Yeah.
I
Like,
actually...
if I was talking to you right now, would
No, I agree. Let's change that right now, actually.
Is that your final statement?
That's okay. As long as you like don't back any further.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I
just...
feel like if it was right here. It was right here before, and if she's sitting in the center,
Yeah.
and both elbows are like pointing at her. Yeah.
You're Seth.
Yeah. It doesn't.
This way, like up further.
Yeah, so here, it's,
What about
it's
this?
loose,
That
but we just need to move it. Because we figured out that, I mean, when I was sitting here, Isabel doesn't want like the microphone to be completely like in Dr. Simpson's face.
Right, of course.
So that's why we're moving it.
Hey, maybe we should practice the intro. I'm gonna practice it. Alright, so I'm gonna practice the...
Just make sure you don't like, go all the way back because you do have that light right back there. Just make sure. All right.
This is like always like the weird part for me because I hate being the center of attention.
Yeah, well, and I mean, no, you're good. In terms of the students down there that obviously helped out with us, the whole production, everything else, it seemed like it was crazy. But what's your thoughts? I mean, do you think they did a really good job today?
I think they did. I think it's a good experience for them to be exposed to this kind of production. I mean, like when I walked in, I immediately asked for a director, and they all just looked at each other like, who's, because they're all working in conjunction, so there isn't no one director. But it kind of gives them food for thought, like, this is what, in the real world, this is similar to what a production would look like in a professional setting. So I think they did great, and honestly, they got some really good experience,
Yeah.
for being student level. I think they are professional.
Yeah. So, final question. Obviously, today you were joined by your co-host, which was Seth.
Was he out there throwing stuff? Was that Seth?
Yeah, I think he's just putting some stuff away.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a lot of sound.
By
Anyways.
the way, I'm coughing a lot because I feel like I have a cold coming on.
Yeah, well.
Hello and welcome back to Up Front, the student-run podcast where I delve into stories that matter to. I thought we were into it. Hello and welcome back to Up Front. I'm your host Isabel, joined by my co-host Seth, and today we've got a very special episode in store for you guys. We're joined by Dr. Colleen Simpson, president of the Front Range Community College. With multiple decades of experience in higher education, a master's, and a doctorate degree, Dr. Simpson brings a wealth of experience and a dynamic vision for our college's future. In today's episode, we'll explore Dr. Simpson's journey from her early university days to
That was good. That was good. You're doing good.
From her early university days to her leadership role here at FRCC. We'll discuss her professional experiences, her insights on diversity and inclusion, and we'll get a personal look at what drives her as an educator and as a leader. So let's dive right in and get to know the person leading our college into a new era. Welcome back. Or welcome, Dr. Simpson.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Dr. Simpson.
Yes.
Let's try that again, because that sounded kind of rough. Also,
You need water? All right, time to go get water for everyone on the shoot. Okay, so final question. Like I was saying, you were joined by your co-host today, which was Seth.
What a wonderful co-host.
Yeah, how do you think?
Dude, I swear, when he was like lip singing almost on the other side of the table, and I was like, what are you saying? I can't read you what you're saying. And then I was also choking at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So we both kind of like scooped in to save each other several times. Like when I was choking, he scooped in to save me, and then when he because we had a structure, right, that we were following.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere around like 15 minutes, we just said, screw the structure.
Yeah.
And we started just, like jumping around, and so.
You did it your way.
We kind of had to, because we were on a time crunch.
But it turned out to be perfect.
It did.
So, thank you for the interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything?
Actually, next time I'm gonna like write down quotes onto the paper.
Yeah.
Because I when I was saying those quotes, I didn't want to like sound too cliche.
No. Yeah. I get that. Anything else?
Are we gonna play a game of chess?
I guess so. All right.
Let's go.
I didn't know how Dr. Simpson was going to do on this, but she did amazing. I mean, this was her spotlight, and she took it. So I was really happy to see how, after each conversation, it just felt so real. It didn't feel like, here we are just doing this podcast. No, it felt real. It felt alive. It felt like you were there. So I think it all went very well.
Yeah. So Isabel and I have done one interview today. And you, Alex, have done 3. Of the 3 interviews you've done today, which one is your favorite?
Geez. I'll probably I'll put him in a rank here, to be a little extra. In terms of interviews, I think Isabel is number 3. No disrespect.
Wait, what? When did you ever interview me?
Like 10 minutes ago, dude.
Oh.
All I know is that Jesus once walked on water.
That's all you know?
Yeah, that's all I know.
There's no way I just caught that, bro. Oh my god. This is such bloopers as well. Thanks, FRCC. Thank you. Wow. How about that? Back to my question. Seth.
Let's get up front.
If you want to get the camera over here. Back to my question. I think I'd put Isabel and then Aaron second because Aaron obviously just felt so real interviewing. And then of course Seth on first because it was 10 minutes long and
Are
we
you
needed
guys on
time.
off? See you guys later.
See you later.
Walking.
I
Podcast
feel
host.
super sick. So
When are we going to record the intro?
Shit.
next week.
I kind of want to do it in front of that black thing over there. That black background. Can we just do it right now?
Right now?
Yeah, just right now.
Alright.
Okay, those were the 3 questions I had, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a little
We
fast.
need the
Well, trying to get water for everyone for the podcast. I got this one, and then this one just decided not to come out. How great is that?
It's not terrible.
No.
There's occasional little glare, but it's not super consistent.
Are those bottles going to be on the table?
I mean, it's probably not the end of the world. They need water.
Yeah.
As long as we can still see, if I can see her face fine, I can see.
Did you get your water?
Thank you.
Okay. And
Would you like a water?
Okay.
this water's for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Seth, do you have?
10 minutes to get back upstairs, get myself ready.
Seth, do you have your water?
Oh, it's on the.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, it was her specifically too long.
Now, all of these are students.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of these people is Christina.
Christina's right there. MGD students. MGD student. Advisor opener.
Because we don't want this to be like the first thing everybody sees.
So we have a website. And we also have a YouTube channel. So
Because I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel.
well, we've only started recording this podcast. We can post it. So it's new, and we're still figuring it out. And actually, this semester, we partnered with the Jesus this Sunday.
That was your best interview yet. I mean, that was incredible.
She told us like 5 minutes before we started that she had to be out at 10:45. And I was like, damn, like we scheduled an hour. So that means that we have to.
But I think you guys still got a very good talk in with her, and that sets it up for the future now where hopefully she can come back on this podcast and talk about the new stories and the better stories of how FRCC is continuing to grow.
I think so. I think she had a good time.
Yeah, I think it was amazing. So
I think she really enjoyed talking about her upbringing,
yeah, exactly.
about her parents. I actually wasn't expecting that.
Oh no, that
As
was
soon as she started talking about the way that her parents would like really make sure that they had all the resources that they need, even if they weren't like readily available.
yeah.
It's like here's an opportunity to like tell us about who are your parents.
Yeah, it was all good.
Awesome. Thank you guys for taking.
Make sure that we know when it goes live.
I will. We'll share it with you.
Wonderful. And is it okay if I post this on my
Of course.
page or anything?
Give the honor.
Yes.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
Billy said. All right, well, listen, it's a pleasure. And anytime you guys want me around,
Of course.
work with Denise. I'm here. Okay, thank you.
Did you record the ending?
Yeah, how do you feel about that
Oh my
ending?
gosh, dude, I have a lot of feelings. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like, I feel like it overall went really well. There was a lot of stuff that we didn't get to because, you know, I didn't. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
that was pretty funny.
We can probably cut that. But I don't know. I thought it went really well. To be honest, there was. Yeah. I don't know.
No, that was.
Cut out that part where I was choking.
Yeah, we'll cut out the part where you're choking.
I was trying so hard to fight it, and I was like, no, I'm gonna die right now.
But how are you feeling though? I mean, that was
Accomplished.
that was your biggest interview yet. That was your best interview yet. I mean, that was incredible.
For your podcast.
We've interviewed student government, we've done interviews with the poem contest winners. That happened over the spring or the summer?
Yeah, that was last semester. So
how frequent is your podcast? Is it like monthly?
it's supposed to be like weekly or bi-weekly.
Okay.
But this semester we haven't.
We've been short-staffed.
Yeah.
So. But hopefully over the fall break, we have time to do a lot more editing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there's definitely some good topics you can have for.
Alright, I think you should probably be can you do it like a tiny bit more?
Okay.
Alright, I think you're good. Okay.
Great job.
Yeah, cue me when you guys are ready.
I'll do the clap.
So let's delve right into the person leading our college into a new era. Welcome to the show, Dr. Simpson.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.